Happy Friday. Welcome back to Sin City Crypto. My name is David. I'll be one of your co-hosts. We have a packed show today. We are discussing no more debt ceiling. Money printer go. What does money printer say, Robin?
It goes it's interesting. Actually, there's speaking of money printing, there's actually a new $1 bill.
Wow.
They just released it.
Just jumping right into the memes.
This is the $1 bill right here.
Can't even let me get through my intro. Anyways, so we are talking about a debt ceiling is officially passed. What does that mean for Bitcoin? Will the markets pump? We also have news regarding Polygon. 2 big partnerships it's made. We also have news regarding trading. AI trading is coming. Is your favorite trader, is their job on the line? We'll discuss that and much, much more. But first, here is Robin.
Is your boy Big Rob back in the house? Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, well, where the hell you been at? Welcome to the party. We take all that old, boring, and stale information and we repackage that thing up in a fun and somewhat entertaining kind of way.
Knox Bill said, "Money printer go hola."
Rob, I got a request. If you can do the, you got to do the hola again. You got to cut off from the mic.
I got cut off.
We're gonna do it again.
No, it's fine.
Hola!
He probably got cut off for a reason.
That's right.
So I want to give a quick shout out to channel sponsor. Today's show is brought to you by Cam's Blue Wire Tech. If your business is having internet problems, IT issues, you're going to want to give them a call. They're going to help you navigate through those problems so you can focus on doing things that are important to grow your business. If you want more information, visit bluewiretech.com or simply click the link in the description of this video.
Also, I was looking around the office today and I had found a relic of ours and figure why not just give some of this stuff away, not to charity, but to our community members. So by the end of the show, if somebody wants this basketball here, it does say 5K subs.
Or in Spanish, it's baloncesto.
Gracias. So this does say 5K subs on here.
It's not, but...
Yeah, baloncesto means basketball.
Obviously, we are not 5K anymore. So, but it's got my face on here, another guy's face as well. And if you guys want this thing, the person with the most team spirit will get it.
What the hell?
The Sin City Crypto team spirit, bro. And we need like holas, we need engagement in the chat, we need the 1s and 2s.
What does that say, Rocco? What does that say? English to what language is that?
Says, that's what you try to say, baloncesto?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Sorry, your accent sucks. So.
My accent. Wow. Anyways, today's show is very special because we do have a third co-host joining us. I don't want to waste any time. Let's bring on our friend, Forrest. Forrest,
what's up, guys?
What's up, bro? How do you pronounce your last name?
Pribish. Pribish is how you'd spell it phonetically.
Pribish. Okay.
It's fancy, like that new painting in the background you got there.
It looks very nice.
Did you take some crypto profits? What happened?
No, just the wife redecorated down here a little bit. It was pretty bare. We finally got around to doing this room after doing all the other rooms.
Looks good, man. Looks good. You also look good. It's exciting to have you on, my friend. Let's start this thing off. And so, gentlemen, did you see President Joe Biden's giving a speech at the Air Force, I believe? And by your smirks on your face, I'm going to assume you did. Well, we're not going to show that video, but we are going to show the aftermath of what happened there. And so, Rocco, let's go ahead and cue up the laptop here. So here's our President Joseph Robinette Biden. I want you to note, how do we know this happened after the fall? Well, because you see that scratch mark on his eyebrow. And
it wasn't all push-ups and cramming for Prague Week, though to set the Guinness Book of Records, world records, most simultaneous push-ups, there had to be an enormous amount of push-ups. Beyond, but all of you, I think you had some fun along the way. Maybe a good use of your epic passes. That would be reason enough to join.
Yeah, for sure. You know, one thing I always think back to is when I did all those push-ups. So that was great.
I feel like he's got like caramellos like stuck in his teeth, and he just can't really. You ever had
What
like
is this?
you've been eating like caramel, and then you just like Your speech is just not exactly all there.
Peanut butter, I think, would be a better.
No. Caramel
Now-
gets me every time.
Now, there's certain people that have certain skills. Robin's got a gift of talking nonstop. Forrest has a gift of trading and NFTs. And this man also has a gift. And, well, here is his gift.
On a Sunday. Ain't no sleight of hand. Tell them haters, get out of here. No sleeves, no shirt, no problem. 3 glizzies.
Oh, no.
Where'd they go?
Inhaling hot dog.
Tell me I'm
It is Vegas, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got his own show here in Vegas. Also,
That guy's not from Vegas.
I'm just saying, if he came to Vegas, he might get his own show.
Dude,
They get remind me, David, when I brought pastry on the show.
dude.
Yes, that was definitely
And
me,
this comes from the guy that boils all of his hot dogs.
Yes, exactly.
loves
I
boiled
I
meat.
do boil hot dogs, yeah. You look like boiled meat.
You ever, speaking of hot dogs, you have ever, Rocco? This is an interesting way of cooking hot dogs here. We're on the hot dog subject. Why not? You got a nice little preparation. Throw an egg in there, a little sesame and chime, flip that thing over.
Wow.
Breakfast. How you doing?
Wow.
There you go. That's cool.
That's excellent, Robin. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Now, guys, if I just said we have rare footage of Michael Jackson playing soccer, would you be interested in seeing that video? The answer to that question is yes. You don't have to answer. I'll answer for you. Here we have the Michael Jackson and how he plays soccer. Not bad,
Imagine Ronaldo. It was good.
I mean, like all jokes aside, you got skills, right? You got skills. Now on to some more important crypto news.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's a good to know.
Crypto channel. Right.
Crypto channel, yes. So just in, U.S. Senate passes debt ceiling bill. Now, if I remember correctly, Robin said that they weren't going to pass it as is. They were going to make amendments to it. I was correct. I said it was going to get passed as is, which is exactly what happened. This happened in the House and in the Senate, which means all Joe Biden has to do is put ink to paper, sign it. All jokes aside, this is what Robin said was going to happen. He was right. It did happen. I thought there was definitely going to be some pushback.
Rob Stradamus is back.
I definitely thought there was going to be some pushback. Forrest, now the theme of today's show, the title is Money Printer's Back. What does that mean for Bitcoin? Without looking at any charts or anything, we know what this deal means. No cap on the debt limit, the debt ceiling, until 2025. What do you think that's going to do to crypto and Bitcoin? We saw stocks rally. Are Bitcoin and alts going to follow?
Yeah, look, I can't speak with 100% certainty. Of course, I don't know what's going to happen next, but my opinion was that if this didn't pass and this got delayed and we went into a government shutdown, that would have benefited Bitcoin in particular over altcoins. I feel like a lot of people were potentially looking at Bitcoin as a hedge against this situation after, it's been treated as a hedge against, banking failure and the collapse of the US dollar and whatnot. But now that it's passed, I believe, I'm looking at some charts and I'm seeing some beginning signs of a potential altcoin run. Maybe it won't be altcoins, maybe it'll be NFTs, but Bitcoin dominance is starting to shrink up a little bit. We're starting to see Ethereum and some other altcoins poke their heads out of some downtrend lines. So I do think that we'll get a rally, but I think, if I had to guess, it's going to be in alternative cryptocurrencies.
What are your thoughts, Robin? You share that same sentiment?
Yeah, I think you're gonna get an overall market push. Bitcoin, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a slow, gradual increase across all markets. I think you're gonna get little sectors that pop off, same way that we saw meme coins pop off recently. I think that maybe DeFi, gaming, I don't know. You think gaming's gonna got a room to run here in the recent days? I haven't heard anything about it. Right? We had Gala Games on, but
I believe Apple's releasing some like AI VR goggle product, or is supposed to, is rumored to, and we're starting to see like Illuvium and Sandbox and Mana do pretty well. I think they were all like across the board up 4 or 5% yesterday off of like some like Apple related news. So I think we could get a blockchain gaming or metaverse mini narrative if whatever product that they do drop ends up getting dropped.
Well, gaming is massive. You also had Rockstar come out, Rockstar Studios, who does I think their biggest game is Grand Theft Auto.
yeah.
Now those assets in the game are going to be worth real money in real life.
Are they?
Yeah, they came out.
When did I miss that?
This was a few days ago. They haven't flat out come out and said they're integrating it on blockchain or NFTs, but people were drawn to that conclusion based off of what they said. And you have, I think we have might have some news on gaming today. I'm not sure, but either
EA
way,
Sports on Polygon.
yeah.
That?
EA Sports,
Another one.
Nike, right? Nike's doing their integrating their NFTs into EA Sports, and you're talking about. I don't know if I'm factually right here, but one of the, if not the largest gaming studio as far as worth and all the games they have. I mean, you think about all the FIFA, the Madden, NBA 2K, all those games are all under Electronic Arts.
What if the market kind of pumps in sectors, but in reverse to where it was in the last bull market? Hear me out here. The last bull market, we started with DeFi, right? We started with layer 1 smart contracts, and then we got into DeFi, and then we got into NFTs. Then after the NFTs, we got into gaming, and after gaming, we got into meme coins. And that also represented kind of like that retail FOMO, right? The last part of it, the most excited part was the meme coins. But what if we're getting the sentiment back in, and instead of people just piling in on DeFi and layer 1s, maybe they're starting to get excited again about meme coins, and maybe the next thing to follow would be the gaming, and then the NFTs afterwards, and then I don't know, man. Am I drawing a conclusion nobody else? No, I just think that the way we ramped up, and at the height of the market, the most interest was in the most community-based projects, which were meme coins. And now that the community's coming back, I feel like maybe that's where we starting was at the height where it was, and maybe it trickles down. So I do think that the gaming thing's very interesting. You know, there's a lot of buzz with Apple, like you mentioned, the VR headset, but Apple and Samsung, there's going to be an arms race.
Samsung's all in on blockchain. Samsung is all in on blockchain. Now, Apple, on the other hand, we know.
I don't know about all in.
I think
they're receptive to it. They're not.
They built out a completely different part of their company just for blockchain and crypto.
Here's the thing. I think that Samsung is not putting up any barriers. I don't see them.
I would argue they're bringing barriers down. I don't know. Either way, that adoption is coming. And as far as waves and sectors, I do think that's. I mean, we're seeing here now with meme coins that we're going to see, like what Rob said. Maybe it's DeFi. Maybe it's something else. Who knows?
I do want to give a little love to the chat. Well, first of all, I want to ask the chat, why haven't you hit the like button? Because like 30-something% like ratio. Like, that's not cool. It's not cool at all. It's Friday. We're supposed to have a good day, man. We're supposed to have, I'm giving away stuff. Like, what's going on, man? Why haven't you hit the like button yet? If you're new here, say hello so we can drop an hola back at you. I do see a few new people. We got Black Mamba, Eric Carter, Diddle the Skittle, Toby, and Naughty Ways.
Diddle the Skittle.
To all of you. Hola! Welcome.
And Chris.
City Crypto.
Now, some real quick macro stuff, then we'll get into crypto and some charts here. We do have some reports came out. Unemployment rate has ticked up to 3.7%. Non-farm payroll has ticked up as well. So payroll is up, but unemployment is also up. The Fed is going to break something. We are expecting another Fed rate hike. Also, this is tweeted from Charlie Bilello. Investor purchases of U.S. homes fell 49% over the last year, the largest year-over-year decline in history. 49%. Investor purchases of homes. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that a good thing? Investors buying homes, they buy homes to rent them out. They're not doing that, which technically you can argue leaves it for the average person who doesn't use a home as an investment, but rather a primary residence. But then again, you have the interest rate super high. What are you guys thoughts?
At some point, this is going to break, right? At some point, it's not really sustainable business.
I mean, we know this is going to drive the price of home down. It has to. Right?
But here's the thing. Right now, the average home mortgage payment is at the highest it's ever been. It's like $2,600 for a new home. Like if say you take the median price of a home, you factor in the cost of, or you factor in interest rates, and if you were to buy a new home, median price right now with the interest rates, $2,600 is what your mortgage is looking like, and that's an average house for an average American, like $250,000.
A lot of money.
Or excuse me, I think it's 400,000. $250,000 to 400,000 for the home, and then 2,600 for the payment. Bonkers, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. What do you
thought? And then median house or medium
income.
The medium mortgage payment is 2,600. The median average income is under 60,000 for Americans. I think it's like 50,000. I think
the national is like right around 52, which is nothing. Forrest, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think this is going to drive? I mean, just in general.
Yeah, I'm personally in the camp of the Fed is very likely over tightened, and we're just in that really nice Goldilocks period, sweet spot where things feel all right now. It feels like, inflation is coming down. Truflation's got inflation all the way down at 2.7%. And the Fed is yet to technically stop or pivot or the hiking rates so far. I think they've over tightened, but I think people are going to feel like we're kind of gliding into a soft landing, and then we potentially get a much rougher landing later on in Q3. Been saying since the S&P 500 bottomed that I believe it's very likely that it pops up to 4,300 to 4,600. We're already, rallying in this bear market rally to where I've got the S&P 500 at 4,282. So we're just shy of that 4,300 zone. Maybe we pop up to 4,600. I don't necessarily think we'll make all-time highs, but I do think Q3, which is historically a very bad quarter for the S&P 500, is potentially going to be rough. So I think right now things feel really, really good, but we start overshooting into deflation. We start seeing housing prices crash. At first, it's going to probably feel like, housing prices needed to come down. But when they go down for a year straight and everybody's, underwater, or they have to, they can't sell their house and they have to foreclose, and unemployment skyrockets, you start to see. I'm not saying any or all of that's going to happen, but at first it seems like, this is the healthy decrease, the healthy pullback we needed in growth. And in some of these markets, but I am afraid that the Fed has overdone it, and we're only going to see the laggard effects of that for the next 6 to 12 months.
Yeah, and they might continue to overdo it because they're expecting another 25 basis point rate hike.
And also, a median average is actually over 60,000 now. So
it is
60 at the
inflation.
At the end of 2021, so 2022, it was 60,000 and some change.
Speaking of 60,000 and some change, we're not there yet, but we're getting there soon. Bitcoin, taking a look at the cryptocurrency market. So the total crypto market cap, $1.14 trillion, $30.6 billion in 24-hour trading volume. That is up a smidge from yesterday. Bitcoin dominance has fallen to under 46%. ETH dominance has gained to almost 20%. Now, speaking of Bitcoin, we're at $27,052, up 1.5% over the last 7 days. Now, here's what I found interesting. Is Bitcoin exchange balances. This was an anomaly here. Gemini saw over 39,000 Bitcoin go on their exchange in the last 24 hours. The only news I can find is their license they're trying to get at the UAE. I know they just launched their derivatives. That's probably it. The derivatives platform. Either way, Bitcoin is making its way back onto exchanges. Forrest, I want to throw it to you. What's the Bitcoin chart and the structure of the TA saying for Bitcoin? And what are your thoughts on and net here? We're looking at 44,300 Bitcoin has gone back on the exchanges over the last 24 hours. What are your thoughts on that? And then what are some levels, the key levels to look out for Bitcoin?
Yeah, so I kind of want to frame this briefly in looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart first, just because I do want to show people that, look, as far as the range goes, Bitcoin dominance is towards the top of its range, and I consider myself kind of a level-to-level trader and even a range trader. And usually you want to sell the top of the range, buy the bottom of the range. You sell resistance, buy support. Now, could there be a scenario like if this debt ceiling thing didn't pass or banks start going under again, where everybody flees into Bitcoin again and that narrative continues and Bitcoin dominance continues to run and break out? Certainly. But right now we've kind of consolidated and started to get rejected from this resistance zone. And if we zoom in a little bit more on Bitcoin dominance, we're starting to see Bitcoin fall a little bit, right, through that trend line support. And of course, we could find support, and this could reverse. I don't have a crystal ball, but in general, the higher probability trade, in my opinion here, is to fade Bitcoin and look for some altcoins. To be quite honest, but I just want to, and the reason I want to kind of preface with that is because on a lot of altcoins, what we're seeing is breakouts on these downtrend lines. We see this on Ethereum. We're seeing it on Alluvium. We're seeing it really clearly on Quant Network, right? This is QNT. But Bitcoin, its most recent downtrend level. So we're now on the Bitcoin chart. Its most recent downtrend level, it really is instead of where altcoins are sitting kind of here. Bitcoin's still consolidating in this downtrend. So if I'm being quite honest, just looking at the structure right here, it does favor, and maybe Bitcoin catches up and it rallies through this, but just looking at the downtrend structure, Bitcoin looks a little bit laggard here. So I do think that there are some breakout opportunities in certain sectors of altcoins, but I do want to highlight a couple of levels that we have been highlighting in the past, and that's this 26,092 level, which is now held multiple times. It's held twice. We could certainly see some compression towards a terminal point sometime somewhere in July, but really I'm just looking for price action to make a move out of this structure. I either want to see it break this downtrend line, or I want to see it break 26K, and then we start trading it down towards 25.2, 24.5, 23.2 is a really big level that I'm not going to kind of show the indicators for, but we're sitting just in this triangle right now, and I want to anything that's within this zone, to me, is simply chop, and it's not telling us much about the direction of the market. Now, what I would love to see is I'd love to see altcoins lead and Bitcoin follow and creep up to 29-30K again, right? If Bitcoin can break out of this downtrend, and altcoins are leading, and you have stuff like I won't go over the chart. I won't spend too much time on it, but you have stuff like Alluvium doing this. You have stuff like Magic, which is somewhere down here. I won't show that chart, but you have certain altcoins that are really, their charts are looking really good. Their charts are looking really good in comparison to Bitcoin. And what I want to see is these altcoins lead, get a little alt cycle, a little catch up in altcoin dominance, and then I want to see Bitcoin starting to float up. Right. What I don't want to see is Bitcoin dragging everything down. I don't want to see Bitcoin coming down to 25.2K, even though those are big support levels. Then we have a scenario where altcoins are probably bleeding off worse. So I wouldn't mind just seeing some chop in this kind of triangle zone and altcoins running. So that's where my mind is at right now. That is, obviously very subject to change depending on what the market does here. But just looking for Bitcoin to make a move one direction or the other. It hasn't really played its hand quite yet.
And that's on the 1 day too. So for me, you call it a bump and run, but I think more important than the breakout is to retest that level and kind of yeah. And so people that think that everything just like, oh, just a straight shot up, those are usually those are usually not sustained, and there's always something else behind it. I think a healthy breakout, I mean, don't you agree, is to come back and retest that trend line you just broke and maybe hang out there for a few days?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're getting kind of this compression where 26K is holding, but we are still making lower highs in terms of resistance. And if you just look at the length of this consolidation now, it's been going on for 76 days. Some of these other consolidation phases were 40 to 50 days. After the FTX collapse, it was 61 days. This one was you call it 70 days. So we're getting to the point where we're due for a move sometime in the next couple of weeks. Sooner the better. Just because I don't like sitting around and chop. I like having direction to trade in. But as of right now, I mean, the overall structure of this market, and it's not a perfect trend line, but the overall structure is still a series of higher lows. There's nothing that would indicate, and we've not re-entered this this prior range below 25.2 yet. So there's really nothing to indicate that we're necessarily bearish. We start getting into the other side of this 25.2K range, and we get acceptance down in here. Then we've broken some uptrends. Then we've, things are not looking healthy. But as long as we're here around 26 to 29, there's really nothing to say that we need to panic and dump and close a bunch of positions yet. So, just staying patient here.
I'd like to know where the chat thinks Bitcoin's price is going to go. I feel like the consensus, at least here in the studio, and from people I talk to, is that we're probably going to head up to 30K.
That's what you.
But we're right in the middle, man. We're right in the middle of 27,000. So I want to know, where do you guys think Bitcoin's going to land in the next, say, 3-4 weeks? Do you think that we'll be at 30,000? Put a 1 in the chat if you're bullish. You think the Bitcoin will be at 30,000 within the next 3-4 weeks? Or put a 2 in the chat. Do you think we're going to pull back and test 25K and hang out in that range in the next 3 or 4 weeks? Also, we have a little shout out. We got a new center community member, Chris Crypto. So welcome to the club. Also, a few new people. We got Witdat Ben Zen featuring Wick589. Nice long name there. We also got Country Crypto and Taco Berry. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Man, remember, giving away this basketball with our faces on there. And so, yeah, stay active.
What was that name?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't make the name, okay?
All right. As far as the rest of the crypto markets, taking a look at the crypto bubbles, the entire Richard Hart ecosystem is up double digits. Hex up 10%, Pulse up 11.6, and Pulse X up 16.8.
A lot of twos in the chat, man. Y'all are bears, huh?
Bears. Mask is up 5.1%. Aptos up 4.3%. Arbitrum up 6.1%. Forest, are there any charts? Is there any trade setup you're looking at entering over the weekend, or any specific chart or alt, maybe in the top 100, that is looking to break up or break down?
Also,
I do
Arbitrum. Arbitrum just USDC is launching an Arbitrum too. I know, small news, but maybe that had something to do with the pump. Go ahead.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Stacks.
absolutely. I do like. I know you guys just came out with a stacks video. I do like the stacks chart right here. What I would be looking for is for this short margin pressure level to be reclaimed at 65 cents. You can see that's kind of where the structure has been forming around the structure of resistance. We also have this downtrend line. What I want to see stacks do is start poking its head out, reclaim 65 cents. Then I think it's a pretty straight shot. Potentially it's like 85 to 87. But again, I don't want to jump the gun on this. I want to see it actually I want to see it actually break through this downtrend line. I mean, obviously we have this initial support level right there. And we could bleed down to 50 cents. 50 cents would actually be the entry level that I'd be more comfortable with for just a buy or an accumulation without a setup, just because 50 cents is going to be a big psychological level. It's a support zone or a demand zone that we've seen in the past. We've got Illuvium that I briefly mentioned. That trade is already well underway. So I think the setup was buying on this first daily candles close, and you would already, be in 5 to 6% profit off of the momentum alone. And this chart's looking really, really nice on Illuvium as well. I am monitoring Helium Network, but it's not something that I think is manifesting quite yet. And then really the one that has kind of gotten away but may stall out here and give a chance for an entry is this QNT setup, right? So we're starting to see QNT just very clearly break a downtrend here. Our psychological level of $100 was the level was run, but it reclaimed. So if you were trading that $100 level, the obvious trade was to buy on a reclaim and these daily closes above $100. That's obviously slung through this downtrend level, but this is another reclaim of an important zone. You're taking a little bit more risk here to just be blindly buying on this breakout. I'd personally prefer to see a bleed back down to like 106, 107. Testing this support here, 106 to 107, which would make your inverse head and shoulders bump and run combo. There's no telling whether or not it's going to actually come down, but that would be the entry that I'm looking for. Just structural support here around 106 to 108. Your inverse head and shoulders, right? So we would be looking for this to hold as resistance. I think you could potentially buy right now if this thing is just going to completely run like it has in the past. QNT, when it decides to start moving upwards, it moves up very aggressively and doesn't give a ton of huge pullbacks. But I'm a little bit more conservative, and I would personally much prefer to pick this up between 106 and 108 off of a bump and run inverse head and shoulders setup. So those are some charts that I'm kind of tracking here.
So man, thank you for that. No, I'm a big I love quant. I know Robin's a quant guy too. So some levels to keep an eye on. So thank you for that, Forrest. I want to move on to some news for today. So we're going to start here. Cointelegraph: Taurus deploys on Polygon blockchain for asset tokenization and custody. Now this has been a hot topic for quite some time. And this seems like a company that has taken the bull by the horns. And if I'm not wrong, I think Taurus is a horned animal, correct? Either way, we'll leave it at that. Digital asset infrastructure provider. Remember the deal we made yesterday?
What was that?
The deal?
Laugh at all your jokes?
You shut your mouth. You're not supposed to say the deal. Digital asset infrastructure provider Taurus is stepping up its tokenization efforts in Europe.
Sorry, I owed you that. My bad.
It was
Go
an
ahead.
account.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Almost as bad as Rocco. Never mind. Efforts in Europe through a full integration with the Polygon blockchain. What it'll allow is for its clients to automatically issue digital securities. Taurus claims to have over 25 clients across 9 countries, including a lot of banks, Credit Suisse, which is now no longer Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank, Swissquote, Vontobel. So some big names in there. Tokenizing tangible assets such as real estate, stocks, or art will be possible via this platform. It is also possible to tokenize intangible assets such as loyalty points and voting rights. Now, I want to start with you, Robin. Polygon, another big partnership. We've talked about, and I'm not sure who was that said this, that tokenization of real world assets, it might have been a big bank like JP Morgan or Citibank, that is going to drive a mass amount of blockchain adoption. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on this project? And what are your thoughts on Polygon making another big partnership?
I actually like the prospect of tokenization of non-real world assets. And I know the example that you gave here in this article, or the article gave, was loyalty. But
points.
I think that, in the recent Michael Saylor interview, he was discussing basically to verify a person's identity and then to sign off on transactions, and basically to sign, say, a proof of yourself, right? And so to fight bots, and as an example, in social media, to say, hey, my account is real and it's not fake, I have, proven who I am through a blockchain verification, where
Digital ID.
Yeah, digital ID. But this is, he's giving the example that this can be done on Bitcoin. And I think MicroStrategy is actually building out a verification product that checks in with the Bitcoin base layer, and then from there you sign off on all of your identification, the same way that you use like a Google Authenticator app where you sign, you put in your little digit number, and then, hey, Google says that's you, and then you can sign in. It's an extra layer of verification that you are who you are. That is no different than Bitcoin. So you basically you type in your the hash that's put onto the Bitcoin ledger, and then from there you can sign off and say, hey, that's me. Here's the proof on the Bitcoin layer. And this got me thinking more or less that, hey, I can identify who I am. I can also claim all of the digital information that's unhackable, right? And so if I have a company business and it's my Twitter account, or say I have a website login, I can secure that with the blockchain, right? And as long as the blockchain is secure, then I can leverage that security to prove I am who I am, or to prove that those assets belong to me. And I think that promise is huge. And I know I'm kind of off on a little tangent here outside of the article, but it really has got me thinking about the possibilities and the utility of crypto, even on the blockchain network. And I think that you're going to see a lot of this in the next bull market, because we didn't see any of this last bull market. The ordinals coming into the fray, the promise of checking in with blockchains for security for real world assets and also for digital assets, I think is a huge market that is 100% untapped, at least from the last bull market till now. I mean, we got little glimmers of it with Cardano when they were talking about digital identifications, and then using this in Africa. We got smart contracts and digital identifications in South Korea with driver's license. And so this, I think, is going to be a very promising sector. You couple that with AI, I don't know, man. I think it's something to keep an eye out for.
What are your thoughts, Forrest? It's the same question. This tokenization of real world assets. These a lot of these banks and traditional company CEOs are excited about it, and also maybe speak to another Polygon partnership. Like, what's the potential for Polygon in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, you look at Polygon's price 2 years ago, it was $2.70. And if you look at what they've built and who they've onboarded and all the partnerships that they continue to bring in over the last 2 years, it's hard to argue that the fundamentals are worse. In fact, I'd argue that they're way, way better. They're vastly improved. And you look at the price and it's under $1. Does that necessarily mean that the price is going to go up and that we're going to see speculation push it to $3, $4, $5 again? No, but it starts to stack things in Polygon's favor. You look at these headlines and you look at the actual network adoption, and it makes you respect Polygon's biz dev team and how they've been able to onboard a lot of people. Is Polygon the ultimate chain in blockchain technology? Probably not, but that's not what ultimately matters. What ultimately matters is adoption. I'm of the opinion that a lot of these chains are commoditized and they offer a very similar product offering in terms of their scalability and throughput. But Polygon is the one that is actually bringing on users in real world use cases. So for that reason, I think this is just another win, another W in the wins column for Polygon.
Yeah, if you've seen our show, we're pretty bullish as a channel on Polygon. I'm very bullish on Polygon. It's just, and that is why and I say this all the time, and I'm going to continue to say, that is why it's so important. You really want to, pay attention extra during bear markets, because how would you know that Polygon might be the best performer in the next bull market if you're not paying attention when things are down and you see all the partnerships they're making, you put 2 and 2 together, okay, price is going to go up. But for me, it's like you just keep, you do your research and all you see is Polygon makes this partnership, Polygon makes that partnership, Polygon makes this partnership. Polygon's not perfect, okay? They have these reorganization issues, right? And they're working their way through it. Solana has had outage issues. They're working their way through it. Bitcoin has had high transaction fee issues. Like every blockchain has issues, okay? But as long as it's not the detriment to the end user as far as the long term, or it changes what the blockchain is meant to do, then as long as they're working their way through it, I don't think it's a problem. I wanna kind of double back on this article and couple it with this one because it pertains to Polygon as well. Deutsche Telekom, which owns T-Mobile, one of the largest telecommunication companies in the world, they have become a Polygon validator. The world's leading integrated telecommunication company is a validator on Polygon, expanding its activities in the field of blockchain technology and signaling support for the network's ecosystem. This is a quote. The Polygon ecosystem is very developer-friendly and resource efficient. It is based on the highest security standards of the Ethereum ecosystem, said Dirk Roeder, head of blockchain solutions at Deutsche Telekom. The collaboration with Polygon is an important step for Deutsche Telekom to fully exploit the potential of blockchain technology and enable applications suitable for mass deployment. Deutsche Telekom also supports Polygon staking, contributing to the security and decentralization of the blockchain. I have said this numerous times on the show. I have said these companies, when they start getting into blockchain and they start integrating it with their business model, they're going to want to have a say in how the network runs. And here's a prime example. So if you see a partnership of a company, I don't know, let's say Samsung partners with Avalanche, or insert any company and insert any blockchain. Honestly, like a decent strategy would be to be like, okay, they're probably going to want a piece of the pie of the staking rewards, a say in improvement proposals. And we see that here with Deutsche Telekom, the largest telecommunication company in the world. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this? Rob, do you agree that we're going to see more of that? Is if a company partners with a crypto blockchain, that they're going to want to, hold some of their tokens and be invested?
They got to run liquidity. Here's the thing: you want to service U.S. based clients, you need dollar bills, right? You want to service customers in Russia and have a direct marketplace available to those users. You gotta hold rupees, right? If you wanna offer services in the blockchain space, and you're a company that's not in the blockchain space, but you want to offer services, you got to go buy the crypto. It's just how markets work. And what I'm bullish about is the fact that this is a telecom, right? Or communications, cell phone industry, right?
Telecommunication.
Yeah. And so with that said, I think this is the area of adoption that we expect in the crypto space, right? How many people are going to be transacting their crypto sitting down at a desktop? How many people are going to be playing Web3 games and using Web3 applications sitting down on a desktop? Let's be real. People sit on the subway and they have their phone out, or they are on break and they're doing their research just in between. That's how society interacts with our internet data and how we function and how we participate in different networks. It's usually on the go, or even at home, sitting on your couch on the phone instead of sitting upstairs or in your office or wherever it is on your desktop. Not saying that is for everybody, but I think we can all conclude that if you were to take a percentage of people out there, probably a strong percentage of people that are, using cell phones. Also, there's a strong percentage of people that are not liking this channel by hitting the like button. Why haven't you hit the like button yet?
What the heck?
What in the hell is going on up in here?
What the hell?
The chat has also been a little quiet. So first of all, hit the like button. Let's get an Ola train going. And so I'm gonna put the first Ola. I wanna spark a little bit of life into this chat. So I'm putting the first Ola. And so if you
you lied, I put the first Ola.
You did? No, I got the exclamation point Ola. So anyways. So dropping Ola. And we'll also be giving away this basketball to somebody who wants it, by the way. I did see some, I don't know if I call it breaking news, but recent development just kind of pulled up here. I just want to go over this real quick. I know it's outside of our blueprint, but the U.S. House Republicans push for crypto oversight with bill. So the bill just got released. I know they were kind of brainstorming this, but I don't have the bill in front of me. I was trying to find it, but so this is with a Republican. I forget the guy's
bipartisan.
Yeah,
Darren Soto?
no, it hasn't gotten. It just got drafted by the House committee, and also the Republicans are the ones that pretty much drafted this thing. So the Democrats gotta sign off on it. So crypto exchanges. Let me make this a little larger. All right. So crypto exchanges would gain path to register with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and would be able to trade digital securities, commodities, and stablecoins all in one place under proposal from Republican chairs and 2 House of Representative committees. Now, in the most significant crypto oversight proposal Congress has come up with this year, the proposed legislation would check a lot of the boxes the digital asset sector is clamoring for, but the draft bill released Friday by the leaders of the House Financial Services Committee and Agriculture Committee has yet to draw Democratic support, which comes off of the SEC's ongoing power to determine which assets are securities and which one will remain under the agency's authority. So anyways, SEC might not be okay with this, but remember, the SEC operates under the laws and the guidelines that Congress puts forth. And they don't create laws. They are supposed to enforce the ones that Congress comes up with. And Congress hasn't come up with any laws or any proposals or any kind of structure for the SEC to go by. And because this is a new emerging industry and SEC has simply said, hey, it's kind of like a stock, so we're gonna handle this, but hasn't really put any guidelines or any regulation in framework themselves. So anyways, do you think, David, that this is something Democrats would sign off on? I know we don't have any details just yet because they just proposed it.
Look, man, politics are so divided in this country that, in my opinion, if it's not a bipartisan bill, I don't think it has any chance. I mean, one party's always trying to get one over the next one. We know there's a lot of Democrats who are extremely supportive of Gary Gensler to the point where they give him the questions and answers they're going to ask him during his testimony that he gives under oath. So in my opinion, no. If Democrats came up with something, Republicans would shoot it down and say no, or they would change it so much.
Generally, the one party will draft a proposal, submit it, then the other party will amend it and sit down at the table. So it's usually a starting point.
Yeah, which takes years. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. Forrest,
it can take years, but who knows?
Probably going to take years. Now, Forrest, going back to the Deutsche Telekom article, and then this one as well that Rob just showed, maybe give your input on either or maybe both. And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go with the Polygon one. So I think that the fact that they're running a validator, and I'm totally speculating here, but I'm just thinking of this from these people are having meetings with Polygon. Polygon's trying to onboard them into the ecosystem. And if I'm Polygon, basically I put that in as a stipulation. Because I believe if you're running a validator, you're showing support for the network. That's obviously very good. Like we see this headline coming out, it's a very positive thing for the brand of Polygon. But I also think it makes these companies potentially a little bit more sticky, right? What Polygon doesn't want to happen is they onboard this person, this company, this brand, this use case onto Polygon, and then they switch to Solana or they switch to Avalanche or they switch to a different network. They want to keep that person sticky. So I'm speculating that Polygon probably said, hey, we want to onboard you, but we also want you to run a validator. Here's how you do it. We'll set it up for you. Just, say that you're running it and you just, put a couple people on it to run it. That's what I get. I would imagine. I don't know if and maybe the company is just, of their own volition said, hey, yeah, let's run a validator. But my guess would be that this is a strategic thing from the Polygon team, getting a lot of the validators run by these well-known big brands and big companies, which I think is smart if that's the case.
That's an interesting take, Forrest. It's like, and when you say sticky, I was going to ask you to expand on it, but you kind of did. It's like, I want to make it as inconvenient as possible for you to leave and go with someone else. Right? When you got a cush job and they give you a 401k and they're matching you and they're giving you 2 weeks vacation and you got the schedule you want and you're getting all the time off you want, you're less likely to leave all of that and go to another company. Same kind of thing. It's like, hey guys, we're already running a Polygon validator. We're making X amount of money. We have direct contact with the team. They're great. We're taking a big risk if we move to this other chain here, whether it's Solana or Avalanche or Ethereum or whatever the case may be. So, I think that's an interesting perspective. What is also an interesting perspective is with the poll I put in the chat. So the poll is, AI trading bots are coming. Will they replace your favorite TA analysts? And what better time to go over this article than with our favorite, or at least my favorite TA analyst. We know who Robbins is. All jokes aside, though, there's a lot of people in our space and even outside of our space that do technical analysis. People follow them for charting. But there's this new company who's looking to shake all that up. Why Predict raises $2 million for making AI crypto trading easy? Is this 100x potential in 2023? We're not going to focus on the potential of investing in Why Predict. We're going to focus on the potential that it can cause or the ripple effects it can cause in the world of crypto trading. At the forefront of this digital renaissance is whypredict.ai, which is an AI-driven crypto trading platform with the promise of delivering venture capital levels of analytics to the retail trader. YPredict is not just breaking records, it's forging new ones. They do have a native token called YPRED. Now, to get into the nitty-gritty here, the platform employs AI for comprehensive data analytics, granting retail traders invaluable insights into emerging crypto assets. Here's the next part that I thought was kind of interesting. It doesn't just stop at price predictions. It also provides a suite of high-tech tools such as signals, breakouts, pattern recognition, sentiment analysis from social media and news sources, all in real time. So I'm going to start with you, Forrest, because, obviously you're a trader. You make money on trading. Are you worried at all with what AI can do to your industry, to your business model?
Yeah, this one's really interesting. So there are profitable trading bots and trading algorithms out there that are just extraordinarily profitable strategies, but they're kept in a black box. People don't make them public, right? If you have an algorithm or something that can make money consistently from the market, why on earth would you ever release it to the public? Because as soon as you release it to the public, everybody's getting a piece of the pie. And what the problem is, these algorithms and these strategies, once you move past a certain amount of money that is allocated to the strategy, you start getting fees and slippage eating into your profit. So a lot of these algorithms and these trading bots are extraordinarily profitable, but are kind of capped at they can make, X amount of money per day, $100,000 per day, $5,000, whatever it may be. Because if you start trying to trade with larger amounts of money, you're moving the market and you're shooting yourself in the foot because all of a sudden you're closing the gap on these profitable trades sooner. So I think that this will eventually, maybe we'll see a brief stint in time where the public's able to make a lot of money with AI. But I think the most profitable AI and the most profitable strategies, again, this is probably going to get into a situation where this AI bot is trading against this AI bot, and one of them wins, and it elevates, and whoever has the best AI trading strategy is going to make money. And these things will probably have to continue to learn, and maybe it'll squeeze out the ability for the average trader to make money in the market. But we already know that 95+% of traders are unprofitable as it is, because you're trading against the best of the best. You're trading against these shops that have extraordinarily advanced algorithms already. Right. So I do believe that this is going to add another layer of complexity to that. But I also know that these strategies, it's just and maybe I'm wrong here, but it's just a simple truth of the market, in my opinion, that they only scale to a certain amount. So this promise of like, hey, everybody, there's going to be money for everybody. Just buy an AI trading bot.
That's not possible, right?
We're all going to be able to make money.
If everyone's using the same AI it's a zero-sum game. For every person that wins, someone loses.
It's a zero-sum game. Exactly. So there may be a brief period of time where AI is profitable and available to the public, but over time, any really advanced profitable trading strategy that can be consistently profitable over a long period of time is put behind a black box, and it's a heavily protected secret. So I think this will be more of the same there. But I do believe like AI is super powerful. AI can beat the best chess players. It can beat the best Dota video game players.
It passes the bar exam.
The best people. Yeah, exactly. So these AI models, I think, will be extraordinarily profitable, but I don't think that they're going to be massively profitable and available to the public because, again, like you said, it's a zero-sum game. It just doesn't work like that.
What are your thoughts, Pete?
Pete. So anyway, it's a free market. So where one person gains an advantage, someone loses an advantage, which is you either catch up or you get left behind. It's no different than any other market. And you can look at ASICs, for example, and hash rate. If I decide to upgrade to the latest ASIC units and have and I get more hash rate out of my mining equipment, then the competitor, they either upgrade themselves or they get left behind. And so if your business model relies on bots right now and the competition upgrades to AI bots that win over time, hey, competition is going to do the same. This is actually nothing new. I think some of the biggest companies, JP Morgan has trading bots, and it's not even a secret that you are trading against not only the smartest people out there in the stock market and in crypto and in the crypto circles, but you're also trading against companies that have bots already running. This isn't something that's coming. As far as, I know you reference like TA analysts and things like that and bots like out front. Like, no, first of all,
what do you mean no?
People are lazy, okay? People are lazy.
That is true.
And even with increased information and as technology moves forward, people don't move in unison with the technology.
But if someone's lazy, right, would you rather watch a TA analyst for an hour talk about a trade setup
let me explain.
or get a bot that tells you?
Okay, sure. In the same way that you can educate yourself by learning everything online, college admissions is still right around the same percentage it's been for the last 20 years. And so you have all the information to educate yourself, but yet people choose to have somebody do it because they want to listen to somebody. They want somebody to teach them. They want to know how to do it themselves. And so you can get a bot, but some people just want somebody to tell them what to do. It's the same thing with hiring a personal trainer. Like, if you go to the gym for 1 hour a day and you work out at, a decent pace, you're not sitting there on your phone the whole time, and you got somebody, if you worked out for an hour, solid, 7 days a week, 6 days a week, you would achieve your goals that you're trying to reach physically. The same, now you get the personal trainer only because they hold you accountable. Without the personal trainer, you don't trust yourself. And so it's no different. Education's out there. You can teach yourself, but you go to college anyways because you want somebody to tell you what to do. When it comes to TA, sure, you can hypothetically you could get a bot and put the trades in for yourself, but people are lazy and they want somebody to tell them what to do. It makes them feel good.
The bot.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with the bot, and I'm not advocating. I'm playing devil's advocate here. The bot has no bias, doesn't hold a bag of whatever token is talking about, so you don't have to worry about, they're just pumping their own bags. Everything is unbiased. It's objective.
Okay. Would you tell your kids not to go to college?
Yes.
You do?
I don't know. Depends. You're not going to college, you got to start a business.
Why would they have to start a business? take on a bunch of debt and risk, and like that's a terrible idea.
What do you think college is? You take on a bunch of debt and risk.
No, but what I'm saying, no, college is for an education, so you can prepare yourself.
I know,
but you can get the free education instead of going to a university. That's what I'm saying. And so you can just mail it and not even care and use a bot, or you can have somebody tell you what to do. It makes you feel good.
The bot could tell you what to do.
The bot doesn't tell you anything.
Also,
You just give it money.
Neuralink is coming. So we might just be able to get a chip that's already got all the information from college into our brains, and all of a sudden we got a 4-year degree in 10 seconds.
I do want to give away this basketball. If you want the basketball, put me in the chat. Just put me. And then we'll just pick somebody.
Rocco,
and then,
can we have Nightbot pick one?
Well, hold on. Yeah. He always wants Rocco to do so. He's like, Rocco, can you create a shirt on the fly? And then,
well, I'm sorry, you guys are a bunch
you
of
make an omelette and do the backflip.
you guys are lame.
Jump on the fire, ring of fire.
Rocco, can you?
Says the guy who changes everything last minute. Robin,
I don't change things on the show while we're live.
Oh, you don't? You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
If Rocco wasn't such a Robin Homer, he would be able to.
Anyways,
back me up on
put me in the chat if you guys want the basketball, and then we'll pick one of the names there and out of the community, and we'll ask you to DM us on Twitter, and then we'll send you this thing. So there you go.
Please don't live overseas. Now, while he does that, guys,
U.S. only.
Yes, guys, we want to thank Forrest for joining us. If you like Forrest, go subscribe to his YouTube channel, Sistine Research. Also, if you like the indicators he uses, or you want the alpha and how to make money even in bear markets, visit Sistine.ai. I believe that's the website, or SistineResearch.ai.
Much AI today.
Sistine.ai.
Sistine.ai. And there's an affiliate link in the description of this video. Also, if you want to follow Forrest on Twitter, @00Forrest with 2 R's. He drops a lot of alpha on his Twitter as well. And so, Forrest, just like you look forward to Fridays, we also look forward to Fridays. Thank you so much for joining us. Anything you want to leave us with before we head into the weekend?
No, just I appreciate you having me on the channel as usual. I look forward to Fridays, every single Friday. It's my favorite time of the day and favorite time of the week. Thanks so much for having me on. It's always a pleasure.
Pleasure is ours, my friend. Thank you so much, Forrest. Have a great weekend, bro, and we will see you next week. Take care.
See you guys. Peace.
Do got a lot of me's in here. And
I'll go find the one of you.
all right, how about we'll let Rocco pick the me.
No.
Rocco, pick somebody in there. Just find somebody that put me in there, and we'll go from there. We do got a few new people as well. Just the last minute shout out. If you are new here, say hello, and to IJ, which is IYEJ, Johanna Hicks, Turbinator, Luis Molina, Ricardo Ruval Caba, Be the Only One, Cashing In and Crypto Hound, and also JA, just the letters. To all of you. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And hi as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Together them.
What's up?
There's a lot of me's. I want to know, who's a better basketball player, Kobe Bryant or LeBron James? Whoever says Kobe first wins. I don't know. Rocco, just pick some.
Yeah. Who are you picking?
You cannot do.
You can't pick a name?
Rocco is like the father. He
Just
cannot
scroll
pick a
up,
child.
look at the word me, and then pull the trigger. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Here, I'll pick a name. I should pick a Vegas person so we just have him come by the studio and pick it up. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Come on.
I joke. All right. How about this?
This is taking way too
Oren
long.
Oren Bowers. There it is.
Okay, thank
Oren, first one that said Kobe. Bam.
What? It's not Kobe. It's
Oh,
not
Talladega said
it's
Kobe
me. No. You can't just pick somebody that said Kobe. The whole thing was somebody that said me. And so
Oren Bowers said me and Kobe, but Talladega said Kobe first. I'm at an impasse here. This is taking way too long. Robin, this is your idea. Why don't you pick a winner?
he literally first thing Oren Bauer said was not me. He was the first one to type in here. And then you're like,
nothing.
Pick a winner. Hurry up.
I'll pick Crypto Hound.
Crypto Hound. There you go.
So,
Hound and pound. Crypto Hound. Let's go.
That's it.
All right, guys. Check out all of our social media.
Crypto Hound. DM us on Twitter. Sin City Crypto 1. There you go.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a bot. we can use a Nightbot. If you tell me in advance, we can make it happen next time.
This is Robin's idea, not mine. So, anyways,
I thought it was simple. Just pick a name that said me, and you're
yeah,
like,
and then you said you pick
Kobe.
simple. You pick Rocco. No, you pick this.
If you want to
pick
be in the
that.
show later, put Shaq in the chat.
I don't like Shaq. I don't like Shaq. What happened to your end? What is that?
You guys, thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend. It was such a pleasure. Make sure to come back Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, love you all.
Sin City, crypto, everybody know we here for entertainment and info, gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in, for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in then you win, we divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David, I split the game but they gave it. Named according to your favorite, I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners, special shout out to the whale members. Buy the dip, sell winners, ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors, they gonna teach us mean coins, they polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin, laggers we trade them in, baddies they came to sin, and sinners gon' play to win, screaming hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya, to the moon and to the solar, won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya, it's over.